Mr. Chair, huwag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa dahil panay kasinungalingan na itong sinasabi niyo. Mr. Chair, since we have heard the testimonies of the resource persons present here today, in the name of JM, ano ito? What's your family name, JM? Taroma, Patrick, Simbahon, and Dodong, alias Dodong. And there are a lot of witnesses who wants to come out and to testify against Ms. Franz. And those who are willing to testify wants to come out, like for example, itong si Pau Pau and the garbage collector. Maybe we can summon them in the next hearing, maybe by next week, because we are going to have our recess the week after next. So, and this woman, our resource person, Mrs. Franz, have been giving a lot of inconsistent answers coming from me. And I believe that this woman, Ms. Franz Ruiz, is the mastermind of everything, of maltreating, of inflicting severe injuries, leading to the total blindness of Aling Elvie. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move that we cite this woman, Mrs. Franz Garcia Ruiz, in contempt.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion here coming from Senator Estrada to cite in contempt Mrs. Franz Garcia Ruiz, duly seconded by Senator De La Rosa, and under the rules of the Senate, as affirmed.
Maybe, Mr. Chair, we better confine her at the Pasay City Jail, not here in the Senate.
And under the, if I may continue, Senator Estrada, under the rules of the Senate, as confirmed by the Supreme Court in Balag versus Senate GR 234608, July 3, 2018, and other relevant Supreme Court decisions, the committee may, as affirming likewise the case of Arnold, cite a resource person in contempt. And the Sergeant at Arms may be directed by this committee to detain the said person cited for contempt. There is a subsequent motion, unless the first motion is amended by Senator Estrada, to detain Mrs. Franz Garcia, to commit Mrs. Franz Garcia to the Pasay City Jail. The chair would perhaps ask the movant to reconsider the Pasay City detention and instead commit said Mrs. Garcia to the Senate premises for the reason that we will also be needing her immediate presence during next week's hearing, unless Senator Estrada would want to retract his modification, or if Senator De La Rosa would support the subsequent
Chair,
motion, amended motion,
if I may,
the committee would decide accordingly. Senator,
Yep.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
Senator
if I may,
Estrada first.
I will not withdraw my motion. I still insist that she be committed at the Pasay City Jail, because Pasay City Jail is just near the Senate. We can always subpoena her or call her attention in case this committee needs her presence here.
Mr. Chair,
That was the pleasure of Senator De La Rosa.
before you rule the motion of Senator Jinggoy Estrada, may I move for a 1-minute suspension, Mr. Chair? Mag-usap lang tayo tatlo.
Session is suspended for 1 minute. The members of the committee will retreat to the adjoining room